Pramanam Tantram.
Purusha Tantram.
One more thing I missed.
Vastu Tantram and Purusha Tantram.
So,
I don't know.
So you wanted some clarification on that, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So that if the doctor says it's a good idea to cut out salt. It's a good idea to cut out salt because the BP is going up all the way, 180, 190, and 170 means it's a great day, for the person. And so doctor says that. Now the choice is left to the individual, and how much to cut, how to cut, how to reduce, all that is up to the person, correct? Up to the person. Suppose somebody is visiting home, and I say, you can leave your shoes, you can leave your slippers outside there. So you have the choice now. You can leave it where I told you to leave it, or you can leave it little elsewhere outside also. So this choice is up to you. So this leaving the shoes outside, we have to say. In India, we don't have to say, but in America, we have to say all these things. And because in America, they walk around with shoes in the homes, and so we have to say these things. So choice is always there, and the choice is centered on the human being, on the person. That is called Purusha Tantra. So when action is involved, choice will come into play, and the choice being centered on the human being, action is centered on the human being, and that is called Purusha Tantram. Choice is available. Choice is always there. I get up in the morning, and I said, Jayakumar, you said there's a class today at 6:30 in the morning. I slept at 2 o'clock yesterday night. There's no way I can get up. And should I attend? Should I not attend? Should I attend? Should I not attend? See that conflict? Should I attend? Should I not attend? That means what? You have choice. Only a person with choice will have conflict. Should I attend? Oh, it's a great 1 hour, and I think I don't want to attend. Then the other side, 3 hours sleep? It's ridiculous. You ought to sleep for 3 more hours. And like this goes on. So Purusha Tantram, because action involved. Do I get up and do I attend the class? Action, choice, free will, conflict, everything is there, centered on the human being. Whereas when it comes to knowledge, and so I gave the example of this tumbler glass, and despite all the choice you have, you can't decide, you cannot decide what the object is. That is what we are trying to say. And the object decides what the object is. Correct? The object decides what the object is. I don't decide. Whereas in all other cases, I decided whether to attend the class or not. I decided so many things in life. I decide from the time I get up in the morning, I keep on deciding what to make today, what to give my children today. Should I be a little lenient on them today, or should I make them do their homework tonight? All these things I decide. Do I go to the market tomorrow, or should I do it today? Decide. All that is up to me. But when it comes to knowledge, then
Vastu Tantra.
Yeah, then it is Vastu Tantra. If the orange is spoiled, rotten, it's rotten. That's it. You drop it. You have no choice. You have no choice there. You don't pick up that orange. Because that is what it is. It tells you what it is. Therefore, Atma also, if the Shastram is making a bold statement about Atma, I cannot decide what Atma is. I have all kinds of ideas about Atma, and the Shastra is saying something else. So I let the Pramanam work, so that the Pramanam will let the Pramanam tell me what Atma is. That is my attitude. Like if I'm showing you this, and if you say I can't see this properly, I can't see this. Can you show it again properly? Then I can say, okay, I'll bring it closer. And then you say, I can't see it properly still. Then I will tell you, turn on the light. Okay, I turn on the light here. Then I think it's becoming clear. Then I'll say, open the eyes, come closer to the computer. All this you have choice because Vastu Tantram. And bringing closer, opening the eyes, keeping the eyes like this. All that you have choice. So that you can see the object as it is. So choice is involved in all the actions we do in operating the pramana. But once the pramana operates, you let it do its job. Correct?
Jay Kumarji, so the subject matter of Vedanta is Vastu Tantram?
Correct. Subject matter of Vedanta, being Atma, being Ishvara, Atma is what it is, and it is Vastu Tantra. Correct. Vastu. In fact, the word Vastu, it generally means any object, Vastu, but it also is used in our Shastram. When Shankaracharya says Vastu, he is referring to Atma. He is referring to Atma. Interesting use of the word Vastu in our Shastra. Vastu, the teacher will often say Vastu. Vastu means that Tattvam, that Atma that we are studying, that Vastu. They use the word Vastu. Yeah, so
It's
Vastu
not
Tattva.
different from the subject, right, Guruji? So how can it be Vastu? It's not a exterior object differed from the subject. The Atma is you yourself, you are the subject. So it's not an external object to be considered a Vastu Tantram.
Yeah, so we are changing the definition there. Vastu can, generally in our colloquial interactions, we will say Vastu means object. But in Shastram, Vastu means subject. It can, again, there also, depending on context, Vastu can mean object, Vastu can mean subject. Specifically, Vastu is Atma. Yeah.
So how do you? So in context of a Purusha Tantram, it could also be seen as that as well, because he is a subject too.
So repeat that question again.
No, I was just asking Guruji, I mean, it can also be seen as a Purusha Tantram then because the subject is himself who is the Atma.
Yeah, okay.
Is that a right approach?
Yeah, so Purusha Tantram means choice centered on the human being. That is why we say Purusha Tantram. But Atma being something I must know, I don't have choice to decide what Atma is. Even though I have a lot of conclusions about myself, that is all based on this body. This body is mortal. So I say I am a mortal. And Shastram says, no, you are not the body. You are the observer of the body. You are the indweller of the body. Like that, Shastra, some words the Shastra uses. And so we are trying to understand Atma. So that is different from saying Purusha Tantra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So we will conclude with this. And
Maybe this is the truth because Atma is the ultimate truth. So that sense maybe.
Vastavam.
yeah, Vastutaha. So
And
here-
Vastavam probably comes from that too, right? Vastavam.
correct, Vastavam and all that. So the question is interesting. So Hindi में बोलते हैं कि वस्तुतः ये वस्तुतः वो. So in reality, that vastutaha means Tamil, yeah, Telugu vastavam. Vastavatala, in reality, this is what it is. You don't. The truth is something more than what you think it is. So that is what is being said. So yeah, vastutaha. That vastutaha. Why should that vastutaha comes? Because vastu is used for satyam. Vastu is used for atma. That is why vastutaha. And also you can say Vastu Tantra, because Vastutaha means the object decides the truth, and I think you did not understand the truth properly. So Vastutaha, yes, that word is very much very much used in Sanskrit also. It's used vastutah.
Mhm.
हिंदी में exact literally वस्तुतः बोलते हैं.
हाँ बोलते हैं. जब
हाँ,
suppose you are talking about something, you know, जैसे then in end this is लेकिन वस्तुतः बात ये है.
correct.
This appears to be, but the fact is this. So वस्तु in fact, something like in fact.
In fact, yeah, in reality, in fact.
In reality. So
Yeah.
I suppose, as you said, it's the context that matters. And I would just like to add here that I have noticed in our Shastras, they used the word according to context. Because the word Purusha, sometimes they use for Brahma also. Sometimes they use for the individual. So that way we have to see the context. So that's why Guru is important. Then Guru can tell us that it's in this context, Purusha means this. For example, in normal Purusha, we mean a male.
Correct, correct.
Purusha is also sometimes used as a human being. And Sankhya Purusha is used as the ultimate reality. So that's why Guru is important and commentaries help us there. And I think we must study Sanskrit because there we learn the root from where the word came and its different nuances. Because we try to learn, whatever is the popular meaning of the word.
Correct, correct. So yeah.
I mean, that's
So
in our
in-
culture. For example, Purusha, when we say, we normally think a male, but but if we know the grammar part, so that way most of the doubts get cleared, I feel.
So yeah, Purusha, as you already pointed out, it can mean several things based on context. And in when we study about this an Atma Vidya Purusha, more often than not, it means so Purav Ushati, that which dwells in this city, in this Pura, Nagpur, Kanpur bolte hai na, Pur. So that Pur. So Purav means in this city. Ushati lives. The one who dwells in this city is called a Purusha. Look at the meaning, how beautiful it is. Now, if you look at it that way, then refers to Atma. So that is one Vyutpatti. We call it as Vyutpatti. Vyutpatti means derivation of a word. So we study that. Those who are, especially in our Ashavidya Gurukulam, when we study, one of the parallel courses, Panini's grammar. So when we study Panini, then we suddenly get exposed to the entire science of language itself, how this language evolved. And so we are able to get deeper, as you already pointed out, get deeper into these words. And like that, there are other meanings also for the word Purusha.
Could we have a link to your, when do you take your Sanskrit classes? On which days are your Sanskrit classes? Intermediate, the advanced ones, I mean.
So,
Could you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. So my Sanskrit classes, the intermediate classes are on Friday mornings at 6:45. And I don't, it may be basic for you. So you may, what you can do is you can go to that channel and look for the Sanskrit class videos.
Which channel? Which channel?
Called, so it's wherever you find these videos. So we'll do one thing. I will ask him to send you that link, and then you can look it up and browse a session or something, and you can get an idea if it's too basic for you or not. And then
Even if it's all right. I'd like to revise, even if it's basic, it's fine with me. I prefer, always keep learning. So it's that way it's all right. Even if it is basic, it's fine.
Sure.
I think besides my, it will become stronger. So it will be great.
Yeah, you've studied a lot and you've published a lot, and so go ahead, look it up, and so Haim, go ahead and send that link to Kuldeep ji.
I
We can follow up after that. Okay, anything else? Good. So we have Who else? Veerabhadra Dasari. And okay, so he's probably muted. Who else do we have? Hemlata Ramesh is there.
Yeah, Guruji.
Okay, so how is are you able to follow the classes properly?
Yes, Guruji. I'm completely new to this particular area.
So where are you?
I put a lot of effort on that, actually, to reach you. Actually, to understand each and every word, actually, I have to. But this is the first time as I'm learning. So,
Yeah. And where are you located, Veerabhadra?
currently in Bangalore, Guruji.
Bangalore. Okay.
Yes.
Good. So, yeah, good to have you. And good. So we will continue this again next class, and then be nice to get into Bhagavad Gita and start understanding those verses as well. So,
Sure. Thank you.
good. So we'll meet next week. Hari Om.
Sure, Guruji.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Guruji.
Guruji.
Namaste.
Happy Pongal, Guruji.
Thank you.
And yeah, happy Pongal.